Hello there and welcome again to my workshop. Now today we're actually going to be working on the mini mill. The mini mill is going to make a spacer actually for the x-axis on my mini little lathe, because I discovered on the last video that I used this that I only had a maximum travel of any use of about 23 millimeters, which means, you know, you can get a maximum of about 40 millimeter diameter in the lathe, which is not really much good. You can use it, but so this video I'm going to more than double that. I have I don't know if any of you saw, I'm not sure what video it was now, when I've made the mounting block here. I was going to make it out of a 25 millimeter hunk of aluminium, but I decided to do it out of a 50 mil piece. So I have this piece left over, which is exactly 4 inches long and 1 inch wide. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strip this x-axis mounting plate off here, and I'm going to use the mini mill to accurately drill the holes in here, and I'm going to hog out some of the material out the middle to just reduce the weight a little bit, because this is, you know, I know, weighs a few pounds, and there's no need to have all this bulk, you know. But I've got 2 holes through there, so I'm going to have to, that's not going to hurt us, you know, because when this gets locked up on here, you know, there's a spacer in there. It's really just the outside. I'll leave a little bit in the middle as well, so I'll do some sort of design to remove the material from the inside and have like a skeleton, and just leave the outside with the holes, and where the holes are, and maybe a piece through the middle here just to strengthen it up. Yeah, so we're going to use the mini mill to do that. So there's going to be some design work and some machining. So this is my mini CNC converted mill. It used to be a Sieg X2 or a Harbor Freight or Grizzly X2. They're primarily made by Sieg in China, and they're sold worldwide, and for a good reason. They're a good machine. So I'm going to start you off right at the very beginning. Okay, so this is our stock material, and the preceding video to this was the CAD CAM video in Cavco Maker, which is the base program, and it's very affordable. And underneath this video, above the comments section, and at the end of the video, there'll be a discount code for you to use on Cavco. So what we're going to do is set this piece of stock material up in here, and we're going to set the 00, or the work 0, which is going to be this back left corner. So the first job we're going to do, now I don't have parallels that fit in here. Parallels are pieces of material accurately ground that will keep this at a certain height, so I can just squeeze on the bottom 3mm or 1/8 of an inch of this material and hold it for it to be machined. But I use this is a piece of Teflon. It's accurately ground and it's good enough for this job. So I need it flush against this back corner or jaw, and now we'll tighten this up. I'll squeeze it up a bit tighter, And to make sure that it's settled in here, I'm just going to tap it with this rubber hammer, and it just settles the material down. I'm going to remove that spacer from underneath here because we're going to be drilling all the way through this and I don't want to drill into my spacer. Okay, I'm going to use my pendant now to move this material around on the bed and the head of the milling machine to find the 0, point of the work, which is the work offset, this back corner here. I'm very happy now that that's on the back corner. So to 0 Mach 3, all you do is go 0, 0, 0. So that is all the X, Y, Z 0 coordinates. We're telling Mach 3 that that is the start of this job, start of this piece of work. So now we're going to load the first file. So go up here to load G code. First one is here and it's this 3mm. And of course up in here, this little diagram, it will come up and show you just a rough diagram. And you can recognize from this that it is the correct file. So what I'm going to do now is lift the head up off the material, start the motor, and we'll start this program going. Okay, this time I've changed to an 8mm drill, and I've also shut the door. So you can see the door's been shut because I've got to use flood coolant on this one, and well, it could get a bit messy. Okay, so now we're going to cut the left-hand pocket. Now I've slightly changed it from what you saw I did in the CAM program. I've made it slightly oval just to thicken up the gusset in the center a little bit and make it look a little bit, well, less round, I suppose. So I've loaded up the G code and set all the zeros, and we will machine this one. Look at that cut inside there, absolutely perfect. Look at that. Look at the finish on the inside of that. Isn't that lovely? And see what I mean by, you know, I said I've changed it to make the holes oval rather than round. It's sort of, I don't know, gives it a cosmetic better look. So I'm just going to clean. There's a very, very slight burr where the tool has come through on the other side. Very, very slight. You can pick it up with your finger. You can't actually see it. And I'll just sort of clean those burrs off and we'll assemble it into the little mini mill. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is set the new home. So let's set home X. Okay. Okay, let's have a little look how much travel we've got. Let's just do the chuck up a little bit. Gives a sense of like the center of the lathe. Let's just get a... So I'm actually on the home switch now, so I just rehomed it. And what do we got? I'll tell you what, let's take it up this way a little. Okay, so from the center out here to the home switch we've got pretty well exactly 50 millimeters, which is 2 inches. Well, that's a real improvement. I'm real happy with that. But of course you don't work, you know, sort of straight off the home switch. You know, you've got to give yourself about 4 or 5 millimeters, so comfortably, probably 45 millimeter would be comfortable of actual working. So that means double that. Well, that was a job worth doing. Over doubling the capacity from, I think it was 40 mil diameter to, well, over 90 millimeters diameter, just by putting that spacer block in there. So I hope you've enjoyed the video today, and if you have, please press like and subscribe to my channel. That's a big help. And if you would like to, please pop along to my Patron page and support the channel there. So thank you for joining me, and I don't know what the next video is going to be, but something interesting for you, I hope.